Hello, my fellow colleagues. It's your buddy Phil here. I would like to dispel the myth that AI will replace the project manager. Trust me when I tell you, it is a big old bunch of baloney. Nothing is further from the truth. You cannot replace human values and worth with tools. We've tried to do this over the past 2-3 decades. It has been proven that tools do not replace the human. You can have all the tools till the cows come home, but there's certain things the project manager does, and without those, everything falls flat. Number one, leadership. The great John Maxwell, my mentor, he says everything rises and falls on leadership. Everything does not rise and fall on AI. If you think everything rises and falls on AI, it means you do not understand leadership, because leadership cannot be automated. AI can crunch data, but it can't inspire. It cannot inspire the team who is crunching out the work. It cannot motivate the team. It cannot build trust. You see, people lose sight of the fact that project management is not about cranking out stuff. It's about building trust. It's about leadership. It's about stakeholder engagement. And at the end of the day, when you deliver, you're not delivering a final solution and that's the end of the story. No. You are delivering in increments many a time, but you are realizing the benefits in increments. And there needs to be a human in the loop for that accountability. Teams need human leaders who can navigate politics. Politics will not go away. Culture will still be there. And emotions, they'll still run high. So anyone thinking AI can replace a human in leadership, they need to go for a head check. Number two, stakeholder management requires empathy. A lot of people don't understand that no matter how great a team is using AI, the stakeholders want a human. Convincing executives cannot be done with AI. Aligning customers and negotiating with suppliers. All of this stuff demands emotional intelligence, not algorithms. You could even have AI tell you, well, I think this is what is going to happen based on these parameters, and be wrong. Because emotional intelligence is all about managing the fluidity of the human, the dynamic nature of human feelings and emotion. EI versus AI. EI is about bridling your emotions and being able to positively influence the emotions of others. So when it comes to empathy and EI, AI cannot replace the human. Now let's talk about context. AI may suggest a best practice, but only a project manager understands the real-world nuances of a project's environment, of the stakeholder environment, of the political landscape, and they need to tailor that accordingly. Just because AI suggests use tool X doesn't mean it's going to go down well with the stakeholders. Those are the dynamics we're talking about. So you need to understand context. Not all about, well, I guess AI will just generate a few templates. That's where people are getting it wrong. How on earth can an AI replace a human when it comes to feeling the room, taking a look at people's body language, listening to the tone of voice? Now, even though AI can detect tone and intent based on appearance, because we've got computer vision, but AI isn't going to be in the room, for goodness sake. Number 4, conflict resolution. AI, no matter how great it is, even at the AGI level, no AI can walk into a heated room and diffuse egos. It cannot broker a compromise the way a skilled business leader can. People don't understand that what makes the project manager a vital part of business is not the tools. It's unfortunate that when we look at this topic, we are totally blowing past what our brothers in the world of Agile, our sisters in the world of Agile have said for the longest time. Individuals and interactions need to be valued over processes and tools, and AI is a tool. AI cannot do what a human who is skilled in conflict resolution can. The fifth thing that people get bent out of shape on is, well, I'll just ask AI to give me all the values. That's dumb. Ethics and judgment should be left to a human in the loop. I don't care how brilliant AI is, there needs to be that human in the loop. You see, when projects hit these areas that are gray, like compliance or reputational risk or legal, yes, AI could be an advisory on the board, but only a human can be that final say-so to weigh values, consequences, and optics. Number 6, when it comes to the aspect of managing change, you need a person. Because resistance to change is not going to be magically removed with a dashboard or with an AI tool. It's solved with conversations. Now let's talk about what our projects are in the first place. Our projects are change management vehicles. That's what they are. The PMI shows you that to get from point A, a current state, to a point B, a future state, you need an intervention with a project, a program, a portfolio, whatever the scale is. And resistance to change is all up in the business of project management. So for someone to say, AI is going to take the project manager's job and be managing change, you are deluded. Get off that. I don't know what you're drinking. Number 7, risk is more than numbers. You see, people think, oh, I'll get the fanciest AI tool to advise me. You can have all the intelligent AI tools till the cows come home. AI could be helping you flag risks statistically, but assessing what keeps the stakeholder up at night, it requires intuition and experience. I'm telling you, risk management is what it's all about. The reason why we effectively manage scope and schedule and cost and resources and communications is as a risk coping mechanism. So while we could flag risks and use AI to compute, the intuition required by a seasoned risk expert is what will keep a project, program, or portfolio manager in the business game. People waving away their intelligence to AI, stop doing it. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. Communication. It's the elephant in the room that everyone doesn't want to address first. Everyone wants to address the technical pieces. Oh, AI is here with schedule and risk and cost. But they're forgetting what the PM does 90% of the time. The project manager has been estimated to spend 70 to 90% of the time communicating. Are you telling me your stakeholders are going to sit down, listen to AI communicate schedules and budgets and reports? You are deluded if that's what you think. If you think AI can replace a full-blooded project manager worth his or her salt, maybe you need to be the first person to be replaced. Because AI ain't replacing me. You see, communication is art. It's not just data. Have you realized people's pushback when it comes to AI? And you think people are going to just sit down there listening to an AI tool tell them, oh, the project is 6 days behind? Where's the accountability? You see, project managers simplify complexity for executives, not just by showing them milestone charts, but they motivate teams with storytelling. They manage up. They lead up. My mentor, John Maxwell, will say, you got to lead up. You got to lead sideways. You got to lead 360. That's why he wrote the book, The 360-Degree Leader. And a lot of leadership is in communication. And the reason why I say it's the elephant in the room is a lot of PMs, they're so focused on, oh, the latest tool is going to help me with schedules and milestones. But they forget what they spend majority of the time doing. It's leadership, it's building trust, and a huge chunk of it is communicated. Number 9, accountability. What is the difference between responsibility and accountability? Well, accountability will always sit with the human. For the foreseeable future, I don't see your stakeholders saying, well, I'm going to blame the AI tool that told you to do X. No, accountability sits with the human. You try it and tell your stakeholder, well, ChatGPT told me to do this and it was wrong. When projects fail, no CEO is going to accept, oh, the AI said I should do this. Someone has to take ownership, answer the tough questions, and be accountable. Who do you think that person is? Back in the day, Ken Schwaber will say it's a single ringable neck. Now, jokes apart, there has to be someone at the helm all the time. And AI is not taking away that accountability. Accountability, we would say, passing the buck stops here. Responsibility, we'll say, is the doer. AI can be the doer. We're already talking about agents. But when it comes to accountability, it must sit with the human in the loop. 10th point. Project managers are orchestrators. We've read this in the PMBOK Guide, 6th edition, very nicely presented. Projects aren't just about Gantt charts, burn charts, WBSs, risk registers, and what have you. It's more than that. This is where people get project management wrong. They get all excited about the tools and they forget the overarching thing that makes your project something great is, number one, the vision. And that's why we talk about the business case, the benefits management plan, the project charter, before we go off to the races with crazy planning. Projects are about vision. They're about alignment. They're about prioritization and human energy, all of which live with the project manager. So, my friend, the next time someone with their low PMQ, project manager intelligence quotient, comes to tell you, do you know you're going to be replaced? Say, artificial intelligence may serve as an augmentation for project managers. It may serve as a co-pilot, but it's not going to be the pilot. It is not going to replace the project manager. Yeah, it's a power tool, but it's not a substitute for leadership. Now, let me give you a vision of the future of the project manager. The project manager of the future using artificial intelligence is going to use AI to do massive things at scale. The artificial intelligence doesn't replace the PM. It augments the PM to do more. It augments the PM to do a lot of mundane number crunching, but it is not going to replace the PM. You see, this is where people get it wrong. And I've worked in this arena for over 2 decades, so I know that a Gantt chart is not your meal ticket to project success. You can crank out all the WBSs till the cows come home. If your project is headed for failure, it's going to fail. So you may ask me the question, all right, Phil, what's the future of project managers and project management professionals in the advent of AI? I'll tell you straight up. Number one, AI is your co-pilot. Number two, you'll have smarter risk management. You have smarter planning, supercharged planning. Instead of spending weeks on the WBS or scheduling, you could use AI to generate baselines. I wrote a book, AI for Project Managers. I talk about all that stuff in there. That is the future of project management, doing a lot of the grunt work quicker, but it is not going to replace the higher order things that a project manager does. Yeah, we can get all excited about dynamic reporting and dashboards till the cows come home. The stakeholder cares less about your fancy dashboard. It's like in the world of Agile, when I'm teaching my students, I help them see the top level is going to be the product. Then you've got epics. Then you've got features. Then you have stories. The customer cares about that. The task stuff and all you do to manage it, very few stakeholders could care less about your fancy little dashboard. They just want their quality product. Now, when it comes to stakeholders, AI could help you monitor communications. It could be used for sentiment analysis, as I have used it to analyze things stakeholders have said. But when it comes to replacing you as a communicator, AI is not going to do that. AI will help you with resource allocation to be able to predictively, sensibly, intentionally manage human equipment, materials, and supplies. It will help advise items in change control. It will help you collate and infer lessons for knowledge management and lessons learned. It will be a great productivity assistant. And it could even help you with strategic advice. If you are a program manager, a portfolio manager, these things hold true as well. But what AI will not do is replace the business, leadership, and visionary aspects of the 3 Ps, projects, programs, and portfolios. AI, we could say it will strip away the heavily administrative pieces, right? It will free the project manager to be able to scale up, and maybe where you were managing 1 project, you can now manage 4, 5 conveniently, because it will free you up to do the things the PM should be doing. Leadership, judgment, influence, that stuff belongs to humans. It just reminds me of the world of Agile as well. And in the world of Agile, the Scrum Master is focused on removing impediments, obstacles, and blockers. Why? So the team can get the more important stuff done. But as the team matures, they're able to, in many instances, solve the impediments themselves, thereby freeing up the Scrum Master to focus on a second team. A third team. One of my mentees is a Scrum Master on 3 teams. This is what AI will help you do, scale up, but it will not negate your accountability. So project managers, quit saying, AI is going to take our job, we're doomed. Give me a break. Take a chill pill, listen to this a few times, and it'll put your head in the right space. Smash that like button, subscribe. I'll talk to you later.